Morning, folks. It's me again, Shannon Fox here, just drinking my coffee, waking up, making a few articles here. Going to make a couple of videos. I tried to record a video about Kevin McCarthy. I'll tell you about that in a minute, but the volume is just so low on the Twitter feed. I'll just tell you about it instead. First off, let me just get into something else, though, before I get into that story. Um, I think somebody needs to call 911. It looks like they need a body bag for CNN Plus. That thing didn't make it but 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and they realize they're done. They're out of there in less than a month. That's great news. I love it because Chris Wallace is a piece of crap, just my opinion. But he's one of the biggest lying hacks there is in mainstream media. He's the guy that quit Fox because he didn't like their narrative. So he run over to CNN Plus for a bigger paycheck and more opportunity to tell his spin doctor stories. And didn't work out too well for them. They're done. They're toast. They're out of there. They're dead in the water. There's so many tweets coming out today. People just blasting CNN. They making jokes like CNN Plus lasted as long as the 2 weeks to preserve the curve. Remember when the Wu flu thing happened? They said it only take 2 weeks. And there was about a dozen other tweets out there this morning, even on Newsmax, saying just making little funny jokes about how CNN Plus just didn't make it, didn't last. And I just love it. I think it's great. I like to see their demise. I'm not supposed to. God doesn't want us to be proud of other people's misfortunes, but they're the enemy of the state right now. They're the enemy of the people, and I'm glad to see that some of our enemies fall by the wayside with their attempts to get people to pay for a subscription service that's lying to you. I mean, really? Did they really think that was going to work? I'm just glad to see all this stuff is going on with big tech and the Twitter war and all this. Let me tell you this, too, here. I mean, while we're talking about big tech and all that's going on with the back and forth with the censorship and the free speech battle, it says Elon Musk gave me a piece of... If Elon Musk gave me a piece of deal, I'd back him because of executional performance. That's what Shark Tank's Mr. Wonderful said. And he blasts Twitter back. And he says he would definitely get involved in Elon Musk's takeover bid. He got no problem throwing his money in the ring with it. That's great news. I don't really care for Mr. Wonderful. He's kind of an asshole on Shark Tank, and he tends to do a lot of business with China, so I don't really care for the man. But anybody that wants to help Elon Musk take Twitter down a notch, I'm all for that. Let me go ahead and get into a little more news. And there's a video about that as well. You're welcome to check it out. It's over here on the Gateway. Now, speaking of censorship and things, let me go ahead and tell you there's 2 articles on here about slimy Kevin McCarthy. Let's see here. The first one says they've got it on tape. Kevin McCarthy told the GOP leaders Twitter and big tech needed to strip accounts from fellow GOP lawmakers after making videos against censorship. You know, Kevin McCarthy's the first one to scream, "We got to get rid of that 230 when we take back the House and the Senate, because big tech and Twitter and Facebook they're attacking conservatives, and I'm so concerned." I know y'all have heard this from this guy. I've heard it from him several times. He acts like he was actually in the fight. But in reality, at the same time, he has called for Twitter and Facebook to go after people like Marjorie Taylor Greene and go after anybody that supports the big lie, as they call it. And it just shows who Kevin McCarthy really is. And there's a couple little video clips about it, but like I said, the video feed was really, really low, and so I'm not even going to put y'all through that. But of all people, Rachel Madcow, who I do not care for, I think nothing comes out of her mouth is the truth. The only thing they expose is themselves when they speak. But in reality, they're always trying to do a hit piece on a Republican. And I think this is a hit piece that actually has some truth in it, because there's audio and video footage that proves this come right out the horse's mouth, Kevin McCarthy. Or should I say, out the rhino's mouth, Kevin McCarthy. This guy should not be Speaker of the House. That is a big, big problem for me. We got to find a better class of human than this creep to take care of our speakership, because it's one thing to have Nancy over there running it, being a Democrat, but to put a Republican in there that's a uniparty Republican, nothing but a Rhino. That's not much better, folks. And that's discouraging to me. But there is a secret recording that Kevin McCarthy, Rachel Madcow, uh, put out on Gateway Pundit today, and I'll go ahead and put the link to the description down below. It's real hard to hear, real low volume on it. Bad job on their part on the editing. But it says Kevin McCarthy told Liz Cheney he would tell Trump to resign in a shocking leaked audio. Kevin McCarthy was having a conversation with several GOP members, including Liz Cheney, Lizard Cheney, and she urged him to convince Trump to resign. She was trying to urge him to convince Trump to resign on January 10th, before it was all said and done, before it was time to actually step out of office. So that way they would have the opportunity to keep him from ever running again. That was the plan. And Kevin McCarthy said, I'll try. That's basically what it boiled down to. I'll try, but I don't think he's going to listen to me. That was the extent of the conversation. So Kevin McCarthy has got no love for anybody that thinks that the whole selection process wasn't run properly. I mean, if you think that, then you're enemy of the state as far as he is concerned. He is a never Trumper. He's a Trump hater. But at the same time, he'll buddy up to Trump in order to keep his job in the end. And that's the saddest part of the whole situation. We got leaders like Kevin McCarthy that are just a sad sack of crap. You know, he needs to see the writing on the wall and realize that rhinos are not the future of the party. And I think they're going to find that out here in a few months. Now, they say, I seen a story earlier on Newsmax, they say that 6 Republicans come to the Biden administration and saying that they agree with Biden on his infrastructure spending, Green New Deal package, but they're just afraid to vote for it because they know they'll be primaried if they do. Well, if you feel that way, do what you got to do. And that's the way I feel about it. I hope they realize the strength in the party is behind Trump and American First policies, not people like weak-kneed Kevin McCarthy types and Lisa Murkowski's and Liz Cheney's and Adam Kinzinger's, Mitt Romney's. These are the dying breed of the party that will not make it in the future, and we're going to prove that to them in 2022. I hope all these rhinos get what they deserve, kicked out of office, primaried. Don't forget to vote in November. I hope everybody that listens to my channel, if you don't do anything else, if you don't learn anything from my channel at all, other than activism on our part is a good thing, whether you become a poll worker, whether you just pay a little closer attention to who you're choosing in the people picking process, or if you just go and you do your job and you vote for Republicans that are not rhinos, America First Republicans, each and every time you have an opportunity to vote in your state. That's all I ask of everybody that listens to my channel. That's what I pray for. That everybody will wake up and not be discouraged about what happened last time and go ahead and make your mark this time as well, because here's our opportunity. 6 months from now and 2 years and 6 months from now, we're going to take them to the cleaners. And it's a fact. Everybody needs to be a participant, and I'm just glad that all this is coming out. You know, I'm glad to see Chris Wallace go down the tubes. Glad to see Kevin McCarthy speak his mind and be honest about it and be caught on tape by Rachel Madcow, because we all knew Kevin McCarthy was a rhino. But for him to be saying one thing about big tech and at the same time tweeting that we need to go after our own party with big tech's help. Nothing good to say about that man at this point. I wouldn't vote for him if he was on fire. And that's just a fact. Makes me angry. I don't know what else to say about it. A little disturbed. I knew Kevin McCarthy was a piece of mule dung, but I hate to see CNN telling the truth about a Republican, because it's usually not good news, and that's a fact. Rachel Madcow. Oh, actually, I think she's MSDNC if you want to get right down to it. Now, here's another sickening report. While we're into sickness, and I won't play you the video. You're welcome to go look at it. I just can't stand you. Brown Jackson does not do anything for me. Not listening to her, not talking about her, nothing. Bleh. That's just my opinion. It says Chuck Schumer compares Ketanji Brown Jackson confirmation to Jesus Christ resurrection. Y'all believe that crap? And there's a video about it, and I won't put y'all through that, but that is highly offensive to anybody that is a Christian, that knows what Jesus went through during the resurrection, during his tribulations on the cross of Calvary. Got nothing to do with Ketanji Brown Jackson's, I guess, placement into this Supreme Court. He says, the stone has been rolled away from the tomb. He's got a little video about it. That's his direct comment. Wow, he's a sicko too. You know, Chuck Schumer doesn't ever say anything at all unless it benefits him, usually financially, and then he gets up there and squawks like a wounded chicken, no doubt about it. But anything Chuck Schumer says, it's about as equivalent to what Kevin McCarthy says. It is mostly a bunch of garbage, and I won't put y'all through that video. But y'all welcome to go check it out. If you want to hear him compare Can't Stand You Brown to the resurrection, that is just, wow. These people are really out to lunch, out of touch, and just unholy as could be. I can't think of one thing in life that I can compare to the resurrection of Jesus Christ. Nothing. And it definitely is not that woman that doesn't know the difference between a man and a woman. You kidding me? I think Jesus would be ashamed right now of not just Schumer, but the whole show over there, that whole nasty bunch. Now, enough opinion. Let me go ahead and get to some news here. I'm a little aggravated already. That's the way I feel sometimes when I read these articles. I just want to reach in there and slap somebody's mama. It's a fact. Now, if y'all watched my videos yesterday, y'all know that Barack Obama's finally coming out and telling a little truth. He's actually he's talking about how billions of people were guinea pigs for the well, you know what I'm talking about, the old poke, and claims that the people are not dying from any other thing than the misinformation. It was the confusion of the rollout of the information, and the fact that people had varying opinions about Dr. Frankenstein and the CDC and all these NIH and WHO. All these different organizations had their own opinion, including the Biden administration, as to what we should do next. Mask up, diaper up, jab up. It works, it don't work, it may work. Get another one just in case. Not guaranteed to do anything. We need to get you at least one more. Make sure your baby's got it too. We're going to get them from pregnant men eventually. Just that whole mentality. I stopped listening months ago to that whole mindset. But we still see today Barack Obama still pushing this crap. Pushing this gender equality, indoctrinating the children crap. Looks like Obama's finally starting to take off the mask a little bit. He's probably going to have to step up into his current position as a sideshow president behind the scenes, because it looks like Biden is slipping off the cracker more than usual. Matter of fact, they can't even keep him in line with an Easter bunny corralling him, and that is a sad, sad state. You know, I was thinking about something last night. After we seen that video, that Saudi Arabia video with Biden and Kamala, it was like a Saturday Night Live skit. I started thinking, I wonder how many countries have got their own Saturday Night Live skit going on each and every day, and it's called News from America. Politics has become such a crazy, just dystopian nutbag of a sideshow. I mean, it's literally like a circus act. I'm sure every country in the world has no respect for us today. All they have to do to get a good laugh is turn on American television and watch what's coming out of the mouths of all these idiot politicians and our weirdo wokester policies. And they're probably just laughing and rolling in the aisles. I wouldn't be surprised. It seems like to me the White House has turned into a Saturday Night Live skit that is never ending, and that's just the way I feel about it. Now, enough opinion. Let me go ahead and get into one more article here. It says Intel officials who claimed Hunter's laptop was Russian disinformation now say big tech must be able to censor to protect from more Russia disinformation. These 50-something guys know they're on the chopping block. They know that they have done their due diligence to tell a lie. They know they've been caught lying. They know that their name is besmirched, and some of them may even get indicted behind just their conversations for lying to our organizations. So they want to double down on trying to get big tech to try to suppress some more. Well, let me tell you this: 51 of you spies who lied, it's a little late. The cat's out of the bag. Suppressing the story, you're a little. You're putting the cart before the horse on that deal, because we already know. Mainstream media has covered this extensively, and there is no denying about what really happened with the laptop. And all 51 of you folks claim to be intel officials. I don't know what you're doing besides lying, but there's definitely no intelligence in that, and that's just how I feel about it. I see that the mandate thing is going back and forth over the airplane things, and Dr. Fauci and Jen Psaki are both trying to say that the CDC should be above the federal courts and above the law because they should have the last word in everything. It's all about the money. Just my opinion. What do y'all think? They can't let this one go. They probably won't let it go till December. That would be my guess. And y'all all know why without me having to say anything more about it. That's about all I really wanted to get into. And there's one more article over here I wanted to tell y'all about. I guess I missed it yesterday. And I'll leave you a link to the description, or a link in the description of this article as well. It says, Secretary of State Benson gave these bandits the ability to burglarize November. And there's an article that says, here's how she did it. And I'm going to try to word salad this a little bit, but I won't say too much over here, being where I'm at over here on CommieTube. It says 100% fed up in conjunction with Gateway Pundit report using commercially available geo-tracking cell phone data with True to Be was able to take footage of these bandits all across America in key states, Georgia, Arizona, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Michigan, to track over 2,000 of these donkeys, wearing gloves many times, disguises, backpacks, ink pens in hand, and many trips back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I know you know what I'm talking about. Well, there has been clips and discussions about that. As a matter of fact, there was a big interview about it the other day. And it looks like today, Liz Harrington has got a video clip. It's actually a tweet. And it's a woman dropping off stacks of these things. And then she realizes, oh crap, I didn't sign these. So she runs back to her car, and it's all on film. Check it out over here, down below. Goes back to her car, signs her name about 18 times, jumps out of the car, runs back up there, starts feeding them through like she's passing out cards to all her friends to the box. And if that doesn't say nothing about what's really going on, nothing does. I hope Zuckerberg does. I hope somebody gets Zuckerberg the opportunity to watch all these great movies coming about his involvement. And that's all I really want to say about that. There's actually we're working on 3 movies in process, all about how things were done incorrectly. And Mr. Zuckerberg had a lot to do with it. Now, for all of my Michigan listeners, there is a great team that has been working to expose this stuff. And I'm not talking about True the V. And I'm not talking about Gateway Pundit. It's called MC4EI. Now, go look them up. They got a .com, MC4EI.com. And these are some of the folks that are helping bring all this to life. And I'm just glad to see it. It says a lawsuit was filed in Michigan by Mark Elias of the infamous Democrat law firm Perkins Coie on behalf of the progressive group Priorities USA insisted that signature verification was somehow not necessary, and it was actually illegal because it disenfranchised the people. They just wanted to go sign several of those things, like that woman in the video. I won't get no more into it than that because this is a spicy kind of topic, but it looks like these, there's no doubt about it, these boxes tend to favor the letter D. That's all I'll say about that. Y'all go check these videos and these articles out. I hate that I am not able to read them all to you, but it is just such a word salad at this point. The way CommieTube is playing games with all of us podcasters out here, just trying to get to the bottom of things. Excuse me, my hair's all wigged out this morning. I took a shower this morning. I ain't combed it yet, so yeah, I look like a wild man. But it is what it is. I know it's a long video, so let me go ahead and just get out of here, folks. Everybody have a great day. Sorry the video was so long, but I just had lots of opinion and a little ranting to do. Like, subscribe, and share to Vote Patriots. Over and out.